Hey guys, I wanted to do a quick video because some of you since Summit, you're interested in kind of working the business again, which really excites me. And maybe it was because you were stuck, and maybe it was because you didn't really know how to get unstuck. And I've been in that position myself, and so I wanted to kind of just give you some of my wisdom, if you want to call it that, as to what I did to get out of it. And so one of the things that I realized that when I got stuck is that I stopped doing the vital behaviors that were important. And so one of the things I realized was I went back and I looked through my Facebook and I looked through my social media and I looked at just my social life. And I realized I stopped talking to people. And because often what happens is, when we're not feeling that great and we're kind of feeling like rejected or whatever, we don't kind of seek out people. And if we're not seeking out people, we're certainly not attracting them. And so what I realized was I wasn't inviting anybody to any kind of challenge groups. I certainly wasn't having any conversations. And so that in of itself was really one of the reasons why I wasn't hitting, the numbers I usually was. Because if you don't invite and you're not inviting, it's really hard to get people, right? So that's the first thing. And the second thing was I went back and I thought, am I providing like any value for anybody? And so I went through my Facebook and I was like, I'm actually really not even posting. I'm not even posting anything of like any value, like about clean eating or even like small things or videos or things like that. So that was something that stood out to me. And then the third thing was I wasn't doing personal development. And guys, how much I love personal development. But even though I love it, I do get into times where I don't read it. And it's almost like the worse I feel, the worse I don't, the more I don't want to read it. And sometimes you just got to like sit your butt down and like read some personal development, almost like how we say about exercise, because I can guarantee like when I sit down and I read some personal development, I automatically feel better. I feel like I'm not so overwhelmed by my business. I feel like, at least there's something I can do. There's something I can do to make my business better. And so those are the three things that I noticed. So what are the three things I did to get out of it? It's really just the opposite of all the things I wasn't doing. So the first thing I did before I started inviting was I actually started to make sure that I was providing value. So I made like a couple of videos about clean eating that were really popular. I did a video like on the program that I was working out to. I stuck to my eating plan really well for a week so that I could show people, like before and afters. I did that. And so after I did that, I started inviting again. I started telling people, hey, I'm starting this group. It's starting this so-and-so, that kind of thing. And the thing is that when you invite and you've given somebody purpose or value, chances are they'll be like, oh, I think I want to do that because this girl showed me that she looks like she could help me. And then the last thing is I committed to self-development, truly committed to it. And that's when I started reading or listening to the Les Brown. And so it was a 14-day thing. And so every morning when I would do my hair and makeup, I would listen to that. And I can tell you that it will get you out of the rut. And here's the thing, life, whatever, is going to come at you. There is never going to be a time in this business when there's a perfect time for you to do it. And so the reason that you need to kind of do these vital behaviors is so that when life kind of gets rough or rocky, you can go with the flow and you can be able to get through it. So if you are somebody who maybe was a little stuck or a little, like, oh, I tried it and it didn't work kind of thing, I would see if these tips are going to help you and let me know how you do.